Luke, thanks for your time. A disappointing evening?
Yeah, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I think the first half in particular is not the level that we need.
What were you missing tonight?
I don't know. I think the season is starting to bite, and the games are coming thick and fast, and we have to be able to cope with that. We know that when anyone plays against us, they are more up for the game, and they bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm to this fixture. But we have to be able to withstand that, and tonight I think we let ourselves down in the first 45 minutes.
Where did you let yourselves down, do you think, in particular then?
Because we're not sharp enough, and yeah, okay, they played made a brilliant game plan against us, and they went man for man everywhere, all over the pitch. But we sprung through. I think, if Macca scores after 4 minutes is a different game, but then we struggled to continue to be able to play through a really, really heavy press. And then if you can't play through the press and you kick the ball, you have to be more ready to secure the second ball, which we didn't do well enough. And then they play a lot of balls behind us and turn us round, and we didn't deal with that efficiently enough in the first half. And too many difficult moments that then create a really bad feeling, a really bad emotion for the players, and then you could feel the goal coming. And that is very disappointing.
I guess the frustration as well is that at this stage of the season now, with like 20 games left or whatever it is, you set such high standards, both you and Wrexham, that you can't allow for any slip-ups.
No, and we know that. We know that the standard is so high that we can't slip up, and so we have to be awake every single moment of every single game. Because our life is different to the others. I think, like I said before, many teams will raise their level against us because there is a natural fear and respect to at this stage of the season now to play against us. But we have to live up to that, and we have to be ready every single game, not just 1 or 2 games a season. When you play the big team, we have to be ready every single game.
And how have you communicated that to your players in there this evening? Is it one of those nights where you've had to, let a few people know some harsh truths? Have you had to raise your voice?
Yeah, in some way, I think we have an approach that everyone is responsible for everything that happens in the squad, and the message is that if you feel sorry for yourself, or you think now is becoming hard, the season is getting difficult, and the weather changed and all these things. If you feel like that, you're not going to be a Notts County player, because we need the guys that want to play when it gets tough, and they want to stand up and be counted in a big club. And so I think we do have that. I really, really do. But it's a question to the group. I don't doubt them at all. I really don't. Have full confidence in this group of guys. But it's a question from the manager to say, are you ready for this challenge now? And it's over to you.
How much do you want it?
It's impossible for me. I never.
No, is that the question you're really asking?
Yeah,
how much do you want
exactly. It's because for me, it's like, it's just impossible to go a minute of the day without thinking about this opportunity that we have and the challenge that we have. And I believe it, like I said, I believe that we have a room full of guys in there devastated that we didn't win a game here at home, and they have that desire to go on.
There's always, same for both sides and all that out there, but what was it like, do you sense, to play in that monsoon that they had with about 10 minutes to go at the end of the first half?
It's tough. I think that, Boreham Wood had, like I said, a brilliant attitude to the game, a brilliant approach to the game. But I think probably is more difficult to try to be the team that have to take the ball and create the chances and that when the conditions get tough. And then, of course, we messed up, and so we're chasing the game. And then the conditions, the heavens opened up, and then you have even more difficulty to play in the way that you want to play and so on. But that's our fault. It's not the weather. It's nothing. It's our fault because we were sloppy, and we felt sorry a little bit for ourselves. We didn't cope with the opposition correctly, and we go a goal down. So There's nothing else. It's nothing to do with the weather. Yeah, it makes it more difficult, but we shouldn't be in this position.
Jim O'Brien scores at the weekend, but on the bench this evening, I'm sure he loved that. What's the thing? Is that just because he's not had a huge amount of football in the last couple of 3 months?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we have a healthy squad. So Jim made an incredible contribution. He ran incredible. So I think for him to go again was for me the wrong decision. Maybe now in hindsight it would be better to have Jim. I don't know, but no, I think you know the players are ready to come in and they're fresh and they need to come in and play just as well as Jim played at the weekend.
Away from the matters of tonight, transfer window, are you working on anything? Have you received any bids for a Langstaff or a Rodriguez?
No bids come in, but we have players that we're interested in. It can be sometimes even more difficult to bring a player when the team are in such a great position, because really good players fear that they maybe will not be able to force their way into the team. But of course we need to try to encourage the right players with the right mentality to come here and help us.
What sort of positions are you looking at, if you could tell me?
No, I don't think so. It's probably correct really to talk about that at the moment, because I don't want players to be unnecessarily uncomfortable and feel like they're under pressure more than they already are. But we have players in several positions that we know about and that we're interested in, and of course we have to be ready, because if a bid comes and you know somebody makes it impossible for us and we lose a key player, we have to be ready then to act immediately on that.
Only makes sense then. Can we talk about your position really quickly, because you've shot to the top of a couple of bookmakers' odds as the favourite to go in at Portsmouth. Anything in that?
I didn't speak to Portsmouth at all, and my whole day spent working here for this club. I can't wish to be at a better club. I'm very, very happy. I'm very disappointed tonight, but this club is incredible. It's now a huge part of my life, and I haven't spoken to anybody, and I've not had any contact from any other clubs.
Is there anything that could take you away from this place before the summer?
I hope not. Of course, in life something crazy happens and it's impossible, but I don't see any reason why that would happen. I didn't do anything. I've been here a few months and I haven't achieved anything. I have a lot to prove to the fans still, and I'm in a wonderful club that I respect the position that I'm in, and I shouldn't take that for granted at all. And I have a lot to be grateful for and a lot to repay people. I need to work very hard.